What's going on, guys? Right now we're going to be taking a look at my decked drawer system for my pickup truck. This is a 2-drawer slide out system made by Decked, and I've had this for a little bit under a year now, and I've had it in, this is now my second pickup truck. This system is purchased on the Decked website, and it's made specific to your individual model pickup truck so that it fits properly. This was actually purchased for a 2020 Chevy Silverado 1500, and I had that truck and got rid of it and didn't want to go and get a new system, so I just did some modifications to make it fit this Ram properly. So this system is really designed for somebody that's not going to be putting a whole lot of big heavy items in the back of a pickup truck, but would rather use that space to keep items organized. And that's exactly what I do with it. I have a bunch of tools in the back of my decked system, and as you can see, right now I've got the top loaded up with a few packages that need to go somewhere. So let's take a closer look at the system. We'll go through the drawers. I'll show you how I have it organized and what I have in my system, and I'll give you a little bit more of an overview of the system itself. So the system itself has 2 large drawers that pull out from the deck with that pull handle. I forget exactly how long the drawers are, but they're a decent length, and they actually continue and probably stop about 1.5 feet, 2 feet into the bed. The drawers are made so that they can be segmented. Come with a few of these walls here that you can slide into notches. Decked does make proprietary toolboxes that fit perfectly into the shape of these drawers. Personally, I think they're quite expensive for what you're getting. I'd rather use Milwaukee Packout stuff, which fits in here pretty well. So that's the first drawer. Again, you just pull on this metal handle here, and your drawers will pull right out. What's also cool is that the wheels are on bearings, so they slide really nice, and you could put over 200 pounds, well, up to 200 pounds of gear into one of these drawers. And with having them fully loaded, they slide in and out very well. What's also cool here is on this little metal plate, they give you a bottle opener, and then you have this little metal trim here that has some units of measurement and whatnot. In each of the 4 corners of the deck, you have what they refer to as an ammo can, and basically it's just an unsecured sort of ammo can sized cubby that you can put some gear in. But this is also where the tie down points for the decked system is. So how this system attaches to your truck is really simple. You just have 4 points in either corner that essentially utilize these J hooks that will hook into your truck's tie down points. Now, when I got this, it came with some brackets that you actually attach the tie down point, and then your J hook would attach to that instead of the actual tie down point on your truck. When I put it into this truck, I really didn't find it necessary. I think the purpose of it is, maybe it creates a shorter reach for the J hook, so you can put more threads through the screw, but obviously it's on there pretty well. So you do this in all 4 corners. If you need to take it out for any reason, you just undo the nut there, take the J hooks out, and it's actually 2 separate pieces. So you have a number of these screws going down the center. You take these out, you take this off, and it just comes out in 2 pieces. The drawers will come out first, obviously, after taking off this bottom bar and taking out these rollers right here. But it's pretty simple. It didn't take any more than 45 minutes. If I was just taking it out and putting it back into this new truck from the old truck, it probably would have taken no longer than half an hour. But because I had to do a lot of modification to it, I had to cut the edge because the bed in this truck is actually narrower than the bed in the Chevy. So I had to cut the side of the bed to fit around the wheel wells on each side, as you can see. Also these tie down hooks. So another accessory that I opted for when I got this truck, and I'm really happy that I did, are these I believe they're Core-Lock E-Track sort of tie down system. You have a bar on either side, and then you have these pretty nice aluminum and stainless tie down points here that can slide to any position on the track, which is very handy for securing, pretty much any item or package you'd want to put back here, whether it's a tote or two, or some packages, groceries, whatever. It makes it very convenient to go ahead and secure items in the back. The screws that they give you for this track screw down. They're self-tapping, and they screw down into the subframe of the deck. So the whole system itself has a galvanized steel subframe to it, which creates some of the rigidity. So the system on the website says that it's about 220 pounds empty, and then you can put up to 200 pounds in each of the drawers, and they claim that it can hold, the deck can hold 2,000 pounds of evenly distributed weight. So if you needed to put an ATV up here, which I have before, or you wanted to put a pallet of wood pellets or something up here, you should be able to, as long as you don't have any really heavy hot spots or pressure points. If you have it evenly distributed, they claim you can put 2,000 pounds on this system. So the system itself is weather resistant. It's not weatherproof by any means. They do give you these little windshield wiper blade style rubber pieces here that kind of just do a pressure seal on this side. I don't recall if there's anything on the far side, but it'll keep rain and stuff out, like if you go to the car wash, but moisture gets into the drawer system pretty well. And I live in the Northeast, so I get a lot of snow in the winter and a lot of rain in the fall and the spring. So with a lot of the condensation and the moisture from those various elements, it does get quite a bit of moisture in there, which is why I try to have any tools or anything of a value that's in here inside of a weather tight pack out container such as this. I have everything in these weather tight sealed containers so that I can keep them in here and not have to worry about moisture damage or anything else like that. So the toolbox also comes with a weather seal inside. I think deck doesn't pretend that these are totally weather sealed, the deck system itself, so they recognize that, and they want to give you containers to put stuff in that's also weather sealed. So in this drawer I have their decked toolbox, and then I have a divider, and then in this next compartment I have a little fish and tackle box. I have a double stack of pack out cases with some various items. In the bottom is an impact, and up here is a couple 12 volt impact and then driver. In this last bin here I have a Milwaukee air pump, a Milwaukee light, another one of these smaller pack out containers. I've got an impact socket set, and then also I have a Milwaukee pack out narrow case back there that has a bunch of wrenches and stuff in there. So Like I said, the drawers are actually pretty deep. You just don't have full access to it, because if they let you pull the drawer out too much, it wouldn't be properly balanced and it'd put too much pressure on, the end of your deck system and probably lift it up a little bit. And they don't want that to happen, so they put stops in there to make sure that it can't come out any further than that, especially if you have it loaded out pretty well. So it does make it kind of difficult to get some of the items that are further back there. So what you'd have to do is, to get to those items, you'd have to take this divider out, pull out some of these items, pull out these items, and then you can start kind of pulling from the rear there. So that's what I have in the left drawer. The right drawer is more of a cleaning supply, hitch accessory. I got another air pump here, some paper towels, I have some rags, I have microfibers for cleaning the truck, I have cleaning products for cleaning the truck, antibacterial wipes, regular wipes, I have a spare set of boots, and this is actually a tent that runs back here, just a spare cheap Walmart tent that I keep in there. And then I've got a soft Milwaukee bag back there that has a bunch of ratchet straps and whatnot in it. So a lot of useful stuff in this drawer as well. And all these ammo cans are pretty much the same. You have to make sure you get the right lid. They actually tell you here where the lids are for, because they don't fit every compartment. So you gotta make sure you got them right, and then to close it, you just bang it down and you're closed. So what I did after last winter and having the moisture issue is I actually went and got a pretty cheap roll-up tonneau cover. This is the Tiger Soft roll-up cover. I did a video on this, I believe last week. If you're interested in that, you can go take a look. But the reason I did that was really to just keep the moisture out as much as possible. And I'm hoping that'll eliminate some of the condensation issues that I have in the winter. So, this isn't going to be a super secure tonneau cover or anything. But that doesn't matter, because I've got everything secured in the deck system as well. And speaking of secured, they actually give you the ability to, it doesn't come standard, but these are lock holes. If you wanted to get their optional locks, they're pretty expensive. I believe they're somewhere around $100. But thankfully I don't need those, because I have a locking tailgate. So if you have a locking tailgate, there's no point getting the locks for your drawer. So when the tailgate's locked, you can't get into the drawer. There's not going to be any space to even manipulate the handle. So I don't have anything to worry about as far as people trying to steal stuff out of my drawers. So I don't need the tonneau cover to secure stuff. It's going to be secured as long as the tailgate is locked. So that's a quick overview of the decked drawer system and my experience with it. I really do like it. It's definitely my favorite accessory that I've had for a pickup truck ever, just because of how utilitarian and useful it is. And I don't carry a lot of large items in the back of my truck. Sometimes I might throw an ATV up there, but I also have a trailer for that. But if I wanted to, I like having the ability to do it. But most importantly for me, I just like to have the ability to organize a number of items and keep them secure, dry, and not have to have them in the cab of the truck. So for me, this works perfect. If you're interested in them, go over to the Decked website. I believe it's just decked.com. They've got a tool to help you find the proper system for your truck based on the bed length and the model year and everything like that. Feel free to go check them out and check out the accessories that they have for their drawer systems as well. It's not a cheap item by any means. I believe they start at the $1,200-$1,300 range. I believe with everything shipped, this system here was more like $1,500, $1,550. They charge like an extra $100, $120 for these tracks and the 4 tie downs. I bought a couple extra dividers. So it's not a cheap system, but it's very well made. It's high density polyethylene material, so it's not just, you know, cheap reinforced nylon. It's really thick, heavy duty stuff. I'm very happy with the fit and finish, the quality of it. I'm happy that I was able to repurpose this system to fit this truck, and I enjoy it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Thank you for watching, and come back for more.